know.
Yo, 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 yo.
We are back
We are back.
for another action-packed episode of Bet You Didn't Know.
Fears, or whatever you want to call him.
No, I'm Adam. Prince Adam.
Yo, yo,
Whatever you wanna
Dr.
call him.
Fears.
Been called
Whatever, man.
whole
Call
lot
me
worse.
Fears. Call me Dr. Fears. I've been called, way worse or way better.
Yeah. Runs
Either
both
way.
ends of the spectrum, I guess.
Tuesday night, Nick Reed, would it be? What's good, brother?
There's Nick. There's my comments. All right, back on track.
Back on track. There's got comments. There, we got some comments there. So what's going on, man? How's the week been so far?
Not too bad. It's Tuesday, so always feels like it's a lot later in the week than it actually is, but only Tuesday. So yeah, had a nice day of work, had a nice dinner at Pio's, and got back here just in time to kick this off. So here we are.
You were saying it was your grandma's birthday?
Grandpa, it would have been my grandpa's 100th birthday. So
Grandpa's 100th birthday. It
Yep.
would have been?
yeah, he passed away. So
Oh,
he didn't.
so
he
you
didn't
guys
make
still
it.
go out and do birthdays for people that aren't around?
We did for this one, and it would have been his 100th, so kind of a big one. So it was a
Gotcha.
chance to get out there and do that, and we were also able to hang out with his sister, who is 102 and a half years old and mentally sharp as a tack. It's absolutely amazing. If
So
I'm
your great is this your great aunt or would it be your great aunt?
yeah, be my great aunt. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep. 102. That's awesome, dude.
it's crazy.
How's her health?
She's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
like I
right,
said, she's
sweet.
moving around, she's moving and shaking, and she's mentally on top of it. So
Does she
can't
dance?
ask for much more. I'm sure she would if there was a tune. There's weren't many tunes at Pio's. So
Yeah, no kidding.
just sat around, chatted. We had the old-fashioned adults table, kids table situation going on. So this is
That's
just like
always
the old
cool.
days.
Yeah, that's fucking pretty sweet, dude.
100 years, it is awesome.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's super awesome.
No doubt. The things she's probably seen at 100 years.
Oh,
The
right.
changes. Woo, crazy. I mean, hell, we've only had flight for what, 65, 70 years?
No, man. No.
Maybe, yeah, she was probably born right around the time, like what was it 1903 with Kitty Hawk.
Yeah, I mean it's like 2024 now.
20, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Alright.
crazy.
But still,
You know, I knew my great grandma. She was
Mhm.
born in 1899.
woo.
Yeah. She was
Oh,
cool to
yeah.
talk to.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The stories that they have.
She actually doesn't know much about her parents. She was a gypsy. Like
Interesting.
she got left basically at a gypsy camp.
Mhm.
They just fucking bailed
Took
her.
her in.
Yeah, and then the traveling gypsy caravan took her and raised her at that point. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
imagine all the shit that's happened over the past 100 years. I mean, whether or not half of it is real, I don't know, but still.
Yeah. The Depression, yeah, those sorts of things. I guess she would have been born right before the Depression, 102. So yeah,
Yeah.
10, 11 years old when that kicked off. So
Yeah, crazy shit.
Crazy.
Depression. The Great Depression. That's crazy. I'm thinking about buying a Bitcoin or a couple. What do
okay,
you think?
just
do you
for
think about
funsies.
Well, they're saying, man, in like 10 years after it
Mhm.
peaks 3 more times, they're saying
Yeah.
it could be worth up to 10 million a piece.
I mean, it's very possible that it could. Hell, every lotto ticket that I buy could be a winner too. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's
What
just-
about that dude that bought pizza with all that Bitcoin? What was it,
Oh,
15,
back
20
when-
years ago?
yeah, back when they gave it out at,
Mhm.
at college and Papa John's accepted
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that was a hell of
Yeah.
a story. And then there was that guy that had a hard drive with like 400 million dollars on it that was all in cryptocurrency, and he threw it. Somebody threw it away, so he was searching the landfill for this hard drive to hopefully be able to get that money because he can't. There's no other access to it without having that thing. So
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
That I mean, totally crazy.
Yeah. But
Like
it's one of those.
literally totally crazy.
It is only if he doesn't find it, I guess. But now it's
Right.
with the value, with the values of everything being as
I think
low
it's
as they
gone.
are. Oh, I'm sure it's gone. But even if he gets it back, what would be the value of it now? You know,
I mean,
that was back when it was riding high.
that it's. I mean, yeah. I mean, how many was it?
Oh, in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah, just gone.
yeah. I mean, that's totally depressing.
It's horrible, absolutely horrible. So yeah, I can
Come
only
on
imagine.
in, hang out.
Oh, look at this! Look at this stranger.
Who are we stranging on?
Well, Ken Glossmeyer.
Yo, Calais, what's good, brother? TV will not let me comment. I remember the
Well,
trash coin.
pop
I
in,
remember the trash coin.
grab your phone, and hop in if you want.
I know. Can you believe that gold has gone up as much as it has? Look, and I was going to buy a bunch last year, and then look what happens. Yo, Uncle Steve.
What's up, Uncle Steve?
What's good, brother?
Some good races you got to see this weekend, or little
Yeah, how
buddy
was that?
John Sullivan bringing it home.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, old Sully, Farmer Sullivan.
was some crazy races to watch.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. I'm just surprised these guys aren't going any faster. I mean, I hate to say it. Silver is next. I agree, Clay. I'm just surprised they're not going faster, man.
But if you think about it,
there's no need to. There's no one's coming in to push anybody.
There was nobody was coming in to push anybody, and then on top of it, if in all these other series you have a weight minimum and things like that, there's an inability, or it's a lot harder to break through the plane because now you're throwing a roadblock into one thing, which is the weight of the vehicle.
I mean,
Now
who's going to take some weight off and come smack some asses? Like, that's what I'm fucking waiting for. Who's going to come smack some asses?
That's the thing. Well, as we saw just this last weekend, sometimes it doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes
I know. But all I hear is that we want to go fast. We want to go fast. We want to go faster. We want to go faster. Well, that's cool.
Yep.
However, am I hearing that slick tires can't make it in the 40s? Because that would be very depressing to hear if that's the case.
It's getting sad to see all
happen
these
once, maybe twice.
You see all these posts of the radial tires doing, and it makes you feel like, well, damn, where are we missing out? So yeah, it's like they got a little bit of an edge on it right now.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make any return. This is like this. All my silver and gold goes along with my year supply of beans and rice and ready meal eats, MREs and shit like that. So, this is straight prepper shit. You never know. Never know. And if nothing happens in my lifetime, the kids inherit it, and then they got their own little booty. You got their own booty.
Yep. No comment. Hey, there's the
John. What's good? There he is.
Champ's right here.
The champ in the house. Love it, bro. Thanks for joining in, John. Hey, congrats, brother.
Yeah, that was great to watch.
Winning, smacking everybody around. Then Clyde's little video, that was super funny. Him talking about you coming out of retirement, John, and kicking everybody's ass. That's funny.
You and me both, Steve.
You and me both, Steve. Look, and as everybody knows, we went back to a free spectator event. So, I mean, I'm going to tell you guys who on the roll call for next ADRL. We got handfuls of them registering, and plus, I keep hearing from other guys is there's a lot of other guys coming. The only way I have to measure the attendance from the class standpoint is whoever registers on the float. And the problem is right now, there's a lot of old dudes that just don't use the float, and they just don't show up until they show up. And then there's other guys that are, I'm hearing that there's a handful of other like pro nitrous guys and blower guys showing up, but none of them have registered. So it's just like fucking, it's like, I don't know, just kind of wait. You're hurting feelings last night, dang farmer. Yeah.
Yeah, he
was for sure he was
putting the hurting on it. But hey, you sleep at the starting line, that shit's gonna happen.
That's right. Yeah, I'm coming. Haven't registered yet. Oh, I know you're coming, John. You've made it a mission.
I was even gonna say, in all the other classes, it's oh man, get to the phone and register. But boy, these pro extreme guys herding cats. It's, who knows
I
what's
mean,
going to
box and
happen?
no box guys, it's like they just come in out of the woodwork. They're just
Yeah,
ready.
coming out of
They're
the fields. They're
it's
coming
like,
out.
oh, there's 100 of us. Here we go. Which I get it because they're not running rigs like John and Bubba and Clyde and Galen, all those guys.
Mhm.
Frankie, I don't know. I've heard a few things about Frankie, man. I love Frankie to death, and I'm going to keep it to myself. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's up with Frankie. Like I said, I've heard a few different things, but it's not my it's not in my should I say it's not my place
Not
to
your
say
place to
anything about it.
say, and yeah, I don't think any of it's really come exactly straight from the horse's mouth itself.
Right.
So,
Right.
all speculation and hearsay, and I'm not here to fuel any of that
But
necessarily.
now I did hear that when I talked to him at the World Series of Pro Mod, he had said that he'd waited for a year and a half for his blower, or maybe a year for his blower. So I guess his blower just came in, and I haven't seen Frankie post anything about selling his rig. So I'd have to imagine he's building. It's funny because I did reach out to Scruggs. I was like, Scruggs, Jason, come on, man, come up. And he's like, I'm going to if I'm not planting. I guess he's hoping to be planting that at that weekend. I guess that's like the perfect time. John, you can validate that or just let me know if that's just an excuse. But Scruggs have quite an operation going on down there. So I don't blame them if they need to get cotton or whatever it is they're planting laid out. So I'm not a farmer, but I have to imagine there's very important timelines to be planting stuff. Yeah, I miss Frankie too, man. And he's such a good dude. Frankie's just such a fantastic God. Did I say God, guy, and God of drag race? I mean, it's Frankie, man. It's Madman Frankie Taylor. But yeah, John. Yeah, Cole was telling me y'all were talking about not necessarily about Montgomery, about XRP in November. That should be a really, really good race.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. Everybody's fields are done at that point, I think.
And just to kind of spice it up a little bit, I will let everybody know that there is one person going to be there running radials in the Pro Extreme class. So, it should be November, should be cold. He shouldn't slip around too much. He is and just in case you guys want to know who it is, it's Luis, the owner of Fuel Tech. He wants to come run a radial. So, we'll see what he says. Who is this? Make sure Mike Neal, Tom Ashley, and his crew get invite. Rumors Tim Tyndall back racing his pro mod. Rodney, I'd love to. However, I don't have any connection or line of communication with Mike Neal or Tom Ashley and their crew. So, or Tim Tyndall. So again, I'm building my network from ground level. Any word you guys can pass around for us is going to help tremendously. Get our car count up. 16. I'm looking for just 16 cars, a full ladder for Pro Extreme, Pro Nitrous, and Extreme Dragster, and we'll fill it in with some other classes. But these are our marquee classes, our most important classes. These are the record-breaking classes. These are the classes that set the bar, right? These are the classes that ignite the evolution of drag racing and pro mod, outlaw pro mod. So,
push the boundaries, push the norms.
Push the boundaries.
Yep. I don't disagree.
Yep.
I do not disagree.
Yeah, but it should be fast in November, I would imagine.
Yeah, it should be nice and cool. We know they're going to have the track prepped. I mean, of any track that could potentially hold a radial car, XRP's the one.
Oh, you're the man, John. Thanks, brother.
So, yeah.
Appreciate that. I just got that. I'm going to save that to my phone while we're doing it.
2 to 4 cars.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, 470
okay,
is cool. In class.
Yeah, I love 470, actually. I don't know if there's a big following for it in the Midwest, like east or west of Georgia.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either myself. I've been interested in that old Top Sportsman. I know I've mentioned that recently.
Top Sportsman, yeah. There's a lot of cool classes.
Oh yeah.
Anything 28s? That was an interesting one people were talking about. And a small tire. So just some small tire racing. But somebody was telling, I know who it is, Mike Hill. I was talking with Mike Hill, former ADRL champion. As everybody knows, Mike Hill does a lot of the 470, 460, stuff like that. Y'all be cool. I just got to Las Vegas, so I'm going to go try to make $1 tonight. See ya. Make $1 or spend $1.
Make $1 last all night. Either way.
Yeah, right. Oh, I love to hear that. Yeah, right on. But yeah, so Mike Hill, what was I saying? Mike Hill.
I mean, we were talking about how I'm interested in top sportsmen.
Yeah, that's right. I talked to Mike Hill. I talked to Mike Hill about small tire racing. He said it's a very complicated class because there's a lot going on in small tire racing. I thought John Sullivan would shut Clyde Scott up. That's isn't that right, Mike? Watching Clyde's videos are absolutely hilarious.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I think Clyde does it for fun. It's not anything ill will or anything like that. He's just talking good old racing shit, and that's all right.
He's having a good time.
That's right. Because right now, John Sullivan is your champion.
That's right.
That's right, Clyde. Just remember that.
Yeah, I'd seen some of that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mike Hill had going on down there in Montgomery as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 44 class.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was going to help promote Montgomery as well. But just to let everybody know, we're getting back to the free spectator entry. We're getting back to the free event, free spectators model. We're going to let everybody in for free. And I am pumping a shit ton of money into marketing. So, the goal is to pack that place out, bend the fences, get it back to the old ADRL days. And, you just got to start somewhere, set baselines. And
it's a classic problem of, we're doing everything we can to get the spectators there and doing everything we can to make sure we get the racers there to put on a good show and find that happy balance of everything to make it a banging weekend for everybody involved.
That's right. Because without the spectators, racing is no fun for the competitors. Mm-hmm. And for the spectators, it's no fun if there's no cars. So, it's a fine thing. So any and all help we could get from everyone in the community, spread the word, getting everybody out to Montgomery would be fantastic. I appreciate it. We're going to keep going, buddy. We're not stopping. Ain't no plan on stopping. That's all we know how to do, man.
We don't know different.
Yeah, I told my wife I'm either going to die or go broke.
Well, yeah.
And I have an endless amount of money, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
No, I'm just kidding.
That changes a whole lot of things on my side. Man, I've been holding on to expensive.
And my well is deep. If you couldn't tell by my 1977 Fisher stereo component stereo system back here, my nice little power amp and my receiver and
hell yeah, buddy. Right, we appreciate every share, like, comment.
Appreciate it.
It all goes into the algorithm and just allows more eyes to be able to see what's going on. So
that's right. If you want to know how much money I have, just look at the beard I'm growing out. It's starting to look like a bum. Can't afford razors anymore. All my razor money's going to radio ads.
It's all for the costume.
That's right. Hey, remember, guys, we know you are, Nick, and we love you so much for that, dude. Right. You know how you can help us out, Nick? Buy a Burromax. Buy a Burromax. Everybody in here, buy a Burromax from me. All right. I get a small margin on those, and any little bit counts. So that helps for more merchandise. That helps for all kinds of stuff. So when is start time on Saturday? 10 a.m.
Yeah, we'll be kicking Saturday for spectators and running all through there. As far as a curfew, I mean, we're not going to be looking to put this thing to the midnight hour or anything like that, but at the same time, we've got a little bit of flexibility. So hopefully,
Brad made that pretty clear, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Brad made it clear. He's like, look,
we're fine.
There is a curfew. He goes, but and look, we have no intentions on running past 9 o'clock.
It would honestly, it would take.
Just let everybody know. I'm old.
it take just like we ran into at SGMP. I mean, we didn't intend to go till 11 o'clock, but we had that issue of the water coming up from the track. I mean, it would take something like that or something to delay the planned progress of the event to even put it into that realm.
That's right. Who wants a motorcycle? I just keep throwing that out there. I know you're going to, Nick. I'm just messing with you, buddy. The best day we were on was a Pro Extreme, Pro Boost, Pro Nitrous, Pro Bikes, 10s. Everyone was running at 3s.
Beautiful. Yep.
When there was a Pro Extreme, Pro Boost, Pro Nitrous,
Pro Bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pro Bikes, that would be cool. Or Extreme Bikes.
Sure. I mean, I think anybody going down a drag strip on a bike, it's pretty extreme right out the gate. But
you're exactly right, Rodney. That's exactly right, and that's kind of how it was at SGMP. I mean, it's like as it started to get late, you could see the haze and all the shit coming in. You could see it in front of the lights at the race.
Stick around for that late.
Yeah, no. I mean, really, I'd much rather start earlier in the morning and be done by 9, right? And then that way, with winter circles done. The goal is to get the winter circle done, get everybody paid out, and then let's hang out and party in the pits. I mean, that's what it's about. I want to party in the pits, man. Let's make it a party.
I haven't had that opportunity yet. I mean, I've only been to 3 races, but all 3 of the races that I've been to, it's been nonstop. Well, shit, down in Texas, we didn't get out of the winter circle down there until damn near 3 a.m. That was crazy.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
That was wild. I'd never want to
experience
that again. Yeah,
exactly. We won't ever do that again. We won't do that again.
Yeah. And then, Rockingham was just dusk till dawn, all day. Something.
Yeah, right.
Something. And then, it seemed like by the end of it.
And we weren't in our trailers till 2 a.m.
Right. It was crazy. So, yeah, I'd love to have that opportunity of the only time I kind of felt it was that, what was it, Friday night? I feel like maybe it was Thursday night down there in Texas where Wiley had the band.
Yeah. I think that was that was Saturday night. Oh no, that was Friday night. That was Friday night.
Yeah, it was Friday. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but that was cool. I was like, okay, I can get used to this. But
I mean, that would be great, dude. I mean, we should just find a band to come out on Friday night. Just make it fun. And I would say Saturday night, but we don't really know how long everything's going to run. Right?
It doesn't work for Saturday. I mean, I don't want to get too much into the weeds of the schedule and the brackets, but Friday night is where we have the opportunity and the flexibility to be able to work something like that in. Yeah. I'm all for it.
I'm all about a band.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm all for that. So
and I'm thinking we should do like a burnout. Cole Pez reached out to me. He's like, dude. He goes, we should do a burnout contest at XRP in November. And I'm like, I love it, bro. And he goes, let's put up $500 and then we can keep adding to it. Whoever wants to just keep putting in $500 for the baddest burnout during the event. He goes, I think that'd be great. It'd be great for the spectators. I'm like, dude, I'm all about it, man. Keep coming up with shit. Like, anybody else has any ideas? Let's make this fun. Let's make this family. Let's make this memorable. Let's not make it a stuffy, high and tight fucking type of deal, man. Let's have fun with this shit. Let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. No bikes, not car. Do Pro Extreme and Pro Nitrous, Pro Stock. Some Pro bike guys take forever to race. It turns into grudge crap, of course. Dragster. Yeah, I've experienced that at XRP last year.
Yeah, and those are all great classes. When it gets into the 4.7, the 570 classes, and at that point, I feel like Top Sportsman would be a better fitting class, but that's just me. And I and like I said, I've been to 4 races. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about half the time. But I feel like Top Sportsman would be a good fit. And I don't know if John Sullivan's still in here. I know he's got that car that they're working on. He may be able to give us a little bit more insight if that would be a good ADRL class or not. But I wouldn't mind expanding out of those, expanding the marquee classes.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to
perfect.
Love it. I'm probably letting the cat out of the bag with this, but I've become really good friends with Billy and Ken, the owners of Burromax motorcycles, electric motorcycles. And for anybody in here that didn't know, and I'm going to keep talking about it on Tuesday night and Thursday nights, the ADRL has become official dealers for Burromax pit bikes. So If anybody needs a pit bike or is looking for something small and fun and powerful to bring around instead of a golf cart, instead of whatever else, these little mini electric pit bikes are the shit. And I'm sure you guys have seen them around everywhere. However, if you're part of the 80RL Nation, I am guaranteeing you that I'll give you a better price than you could find anywhere else on the fucking planet. Mark my word, promise you. I don't know that I'm necessarily supposed to be saying that out loud to everybody. However, post a link. Yeah, okay. I'll post a link. All you've got to do is go to burrowmax.com, see what they have, pick which one you want, message me, and I will give you my price. If you're interested, which I'm sure you will be, we'll do it, and that'll be it. It'll be super easy.
We'll work on better ways of integrating that into the ADRL website and things as well, so that we can.
And I'm talking about bringing a Burrow Max tent as well and setting up a little booth there. You act like I could spell. I'm just a farmer.
No, I don't disagree. 470 is a great class.
100%.
We had them out at Dragstock in Rockingham last year, and I they were great guys, great class. So yeah, I'm all for that. I have weird mental blocks in my head about some things, so I'm still learning, and I'm not against 470 at all. I just feel like that. I feel like Top Sportsman takes that 470 and just kind of cranks it up just that little bit more, which is fun.
Well, you know how everybody's doing junior dragsters? We're going to do junior motorcycles, but we're going to do them on the electric Burrow Max.
On the Burrow Max?
Yeah. And it's going to be what, like 330, probably something like that. They don't go very fast, but it's just fast enough to put a 7 or 8 year old on it and have them race, and they can do some bracket racing, some timed runs and shit. I think it'd be really fun for them. But a way to get kids into motorcycle racing.
No lie there at all, Michael. They were a big help.
Oh yeah, no shit. Yeah. How many cars? I mean, I can't even remember how many cars were there.
Couldn't tell you. A great number. A great number of cars showed up for that.
Pro Extreme Burrow Max. Yeah. We're Extreme Burrow Max for sure.
So if we can get that ADRL line of, not line, but caliber of Burrow Max out there, that'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure. If anybody had to be 40, I agree.
If at least, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'd like to get that class as well to Montgomery. Again, your guys' help, I'll lay on you guys. I'm doing my best to join Facebook groups and join as many groups as I can and follow them and see who's doing what and where. However, again, I can only reach out to the promoters as much as I can and individuals, and you know, Bradenton in the future. No, per Victor Alvarez, he said the ADRL will not be coming to Bradenton because he doesn't want to saturate his market.
His loss.
Yeah, I could give a fuck less. No,
fortunately,
so
there's other tracks in that area that would be more than happy to facilitate the ADRL.
Yeah,
and we can make those things happen. We've got after we get through these next couple weeks, right after that'll be kicking into 2025 planning and prep. We're gonna get a lot better of a jump start and a lot better of a plan on 2025. Not that we didn't come into 2024 with a great plan, but it was it was the first time going through it. So now we'll have a little bit of a different lens, a little bit of a better perspective and understanding of what we're looking for, what we're looking to do, where we want to go, where our people are, and what it can do, and really be strategic about it.
Midwest, please. Okay, Ben.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me calling you Ben. I like Benjamin. One of my best friends' names was Benjamin. I called him Benjamin. Midwest. I'm all about Midwest. So you talking Illinois, Ohio, anywhere?
I've got Tulsa, Cordova, Bristol, I-44, I-131, or US 131. There's a couple different tracks I've got on my radar.
I just recently found out about one outside of Chattanooga. There's one somewhere near Chattanooga. There's a drag strip near Chattanooga. Apparently, it's a really cool track. People are getting testing there and getting some passes for some licenses.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I perused most of the Midwest, but this was a while ago. So I'll start re-going through my list here after Drag Wars.
Drag Wars.
Pew, pew.
BMP. Is that what it's called? BMP. Oh, Bradenton Motorsports Park. Oh yeah, BMP. That's what the abbreviation is. That I get it. Oh, BMP's outside of Chattanooga. Okay. Not Brainerd. That's
Brainerd.
right. That's what it is. Brainerd.
Mhm.
Aha.
Yeah, I just came across that at the exact same time that you talked about it.
Yeah. Has anybody ran at Brainerd before?
I feel like
Is that
Carter
a cool
has.
track?
I want to say on my initial reviews of it or previews of it, and they may have changed since, but I'd seen some photos online where it had metal guardrails.
I'm looking now out there at an updated picture. It looks like all concrete.
Yeah, I can see a couple now that are showing concrete, so that may have changed or adjusted. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
definitely, like I said, I've got a few different Midwest states on my radar to try to find some.
Well, look, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time in between May and October to put something on somewhere else. And frankly, if anybody has any feedback, I'd love to do a Midwest race or maybe South. I don't want to get too far away. You know, we're kind of establishing some traction down south, but I would like to do a smaller track, small to medium sized track, but still a nice track with plenty of shutdown. Still a safe track, but just not as big as like Rockingham or Texas Motorplex or some of these other places we're going to.
I've never been to Montgomery, and if anybody here in the chat has, I think we may be falling a little bit closer to that with this Drag Wars one. You know, they've only got the stadium seating or the bleachers on the one side of the track, and then the other side is just, you know, camping RV or ground level spectators. So I don't know what the actual count is spectator wise for Montgomery, but I think this might be our closer to that.
Yeah, Montgomery just might be.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna win the rest. So are you done planting for the season? Or like are you over until like October, John? Like you guys have planted, it's set, and then everything else is automated and you don't have to do shit until like September, October?
He's planting trophies right now. It's trophy season.
He's hunting trophies. He's been planting, now he's hunting.
Just started.
Ah, gotcha.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Springtime planting, reaping in the fall.
Reaping in the fall. All right. Well, let's see what you got here for us, Adam. You got something cool?
Not really. Like I said,
okay, sweet.
I didn't do much of any prep or anything like that. I've got the list.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, I like these free for alls. I like the improv. It's much cooler. Speaking of which, it was interesting. I was on Facebook and I saw a reel for the luckiest man alive. The dude that
the guy
died in a car didn't die, but car accident, bus accident into the river, got sucked out of a plane, landed on a hay bale.
Two train accidents.
Two train accidents. Car got in an accident, set on fire, and then on his 75th or 80th birthday or something, he won the lottery.
Yeah, died a couple years later.
And it died a couple years later. Dude was in literally the plane broke open, sucked him out. He fell like 20,000 feet somehow, landed on a hay bale and didn't die. Yep. Then he was in a car accident, didn't kill him. Then he was in a train accident. His
car caught fire.
And then there was another car accident that he was in that caught fire, and it didn't kill him. Then he was in another train accident that derailed, went off the bridge into the river, got submersed, didn't kill him. And then something else crazy happened, and then he won the lottery.
I feel like he was even the inspiration for Melton, but I can't remember what story Melton came from.
I think he was the inspiration for Melton.
I feel like he might have been. You want to address this one? They got.
Oh yeah, Ben. No, we had to. Not had to, but I made the executive decision a couple months ago to cancel Rockingham. Essentially, what happened is we released our schedule in November or December. And then in February, I think it was February, we got word from
No, it was
January probably.
it was before that because I feel like this came up at
December.
PRI.
Okay. So we had our schedule set probably even before PRI.
October, I think we did schedule.
Yeah. And so then in November, December, Dan Van Horn messaged me and said that the Virginia Motorsports Park, who is owned by the PDRA, scheduled the Shakedown Nationals.
Yeah.
Shakedown Nationals on top of us the same weekend. And Dan was concerned because they were only a couple hours from Rockingham, and he said that he thought it was going to draw all the racers to their event. He asked me if I wanted to reschedule. I said no. I waited. Dan asked me again a month later if I wanted to reschedule. I said no. Then we brought on Eddie Maloney, our new tech director. He messaged me and said, "Hey, do you know Shakedown Nationals was on that same weekend?" I said yes. He goes, "You should cancel." I said no. Then I ran into Dan Van Horn again at the Lights Out event.
Yep.
Dan was like, "All right, dude." He goes, "Do you want to keep that event or do you want to reschedule? Like, this is your opportunity." And I was like, let me think about it. Shit, I don't know. And then Eddie again was like, "Dude, you need to reschedule." So after 6 or 7 times, I finally was like, okay, all right. I guess there's been enough rocks thrown at my head to where I had to just make that decision. Because look, if everybody's saying it, there's probably good odds that would be the outcome. But as a new promoter, I don't know that I could out promote that has been a national event for 15 or 20 years plus, fuck, maybe even 30. I don't know, but it's a pretty famous thing. So
yeah, unfortunately, the only weekend that they had open, because we did not want to. I mean, we hated the idea of having to not do Rockingham. That just wasn't even in our idea for 2024 was to not do Rockingham. But unfortunately, since it was kind of late in the year, or actually early in this year, there just weren't spaces or times available to be able to.
Yeah, there's no way to reschedule it. Dan didn't have any availability.
One weekend that was open that just it wouldn't work on with this because it was pretty well backed up to Drag Wars. So it just was not feasible, unfortunately. So,
and that's all right, man. Everything happens for a reason. Fucking good. Whatever. Move on.
Yep. Keep on.
Live and you learn. Live and you learn. Any info on the new track in Colorado? Not that I'm aware of. No, I'm not aware that they're building a new racetrack in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they have a new one. Colorado would be a great state to go to.
No. Yeah, because we all know Bandamere got shut down.
Yeah.
I'm not aware if I know they always said they were planning on building a new drag facility. I think that was to appease the spectators and the fans, but I think it was more of a money grab. They just sold the land, made a whole shit ton of money, and they probably, if I had to bet, they have no intentions on building another drag strip in Colorado. So we'll see. Yeah, but there's been no recent talk of them building a new one. Once they signed that dotted line, it was done. It was done.
Cash and checks.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Ben. I appreciate that, dude. It's taken a real test of fortitude and unwavering determination because let me rephrase that. I've been a promoter, but for bands in my own band. But I came into onto this side of the fence as the business owner with every intentions on having a promoter work for me and having a team built. And then I ended up having the whole thing in my hands, bags and everything. So I quickly put on every single fucking hat, brought on Adam, brought on my mom and Danny, and then us four just kind of grinding it out. So John, see you, brother.
Have a good one. We'll sing more of your praises on Thursday.
Yes, sir. We will. We'll see you on Thursday. So yeah. Yep. I appreciate you saying that, Ben. So we're going to keep on rocking and rolling as we do. We're not gonna stop. No siree, Bob. Um, yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah. So I guess the next order of business, Adam, is to do you have any interesting do you have some Reddit stuff you said?
Let's see. I can scroll through.
Yeah. Hawk Point.
Let's see here. All right. Am I the asshole for asking my siblings to move out of my house? Let's see. I bought a house in January 2020. I was 23 at the time and had to put the down payment. Had to put down payment of 50% from personal savings and 50% from gifts from my family. That's interesting. We live in the city about 2.5 hours away from my parents. Obviously, COVID lockdown happened in July 2020. My older brother James started working as a doctor in the hospital near me. I was living alone, and he had just gone through a breakup, and I thought it'd be nice for us to live together. Subsequently, in
Amen.
September 2022, my younger sister started a new course in the city. Originally, she was commuting from my parents and staying a few nights a week with me. After a while, this got too much and she moved in. I love my siblings. I like living with them, but it's all a bit much. I might as well live with my parents at this point, and it's all getting a bit much as the family seems involved in everything. The final straw is both my siblings now have partners, as do I. So regularly there are six of us, and like everyone has jobs and money, we don't all need to be in one house. My boyfriend is moving in. My house is in better location and nicer than his apartment. I asked my siblings if they could move out by the end of the summer. At first, they were both fine with this. However, now James says he doesn't understand why I don't just move in with my boyfriend rather than kicking out my brother and sister. My sister has subsequently now said it's not fair because of my promise to help pay for the house. Because of my to help pay for the house. Weird. So she's asking, is she the asshole for kicking out her siblings?
Nah, I don't know.
I don't know either. The
I
thing
think
that
if you
throws
got to
me
think about it, if it's even brought up, I think just like, yeah, like even if you are fucking whatever, dude, it
I
seems like
mean,
you got your
when
purpose.
half the down payment is from your personal savings, I get that, but then the other half of the down payment comes from gifts from the family. So it's almost like the family's paid for a quarter of the house.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's a
they
good point.
feel like they'd get a little bit of a right to stay in there or some sort of leniency, but I also get that. Who would want to
Yeah,
live?
but I'm sure their names aren't on the deed to the house. So
No, definitely not.
it sounds like a question for Judge Judy. I agree 100%. And you know what? It is kind of odd conversations for a Tuesday because normally we're talking about, flat earth shit and sovereignty, which, hey, I'm all about being a sovereign. Here, you want to know why? Let me tell you something. Let me fucking tell you guys something. I got a letter from my child's school. Now, I want to tell you guys this. My children are pretty smart kids, right? I mean, they're not dumb kids. Emmett is borderline fucking genius. I'm sure everybody says it's about their kids, but the kid doesn't really do much in school. He gets super bored, which is a sign of like he's just not being pushed academically. And he just aces everything. He's got all of his tests, placement tests. He's like in the top, like it's like fucking off the chart and all that shit, right? So Emmett's like my younger brother, just really soaks up knowledge. He's super fucking smart. Smart's relative. I don't mean smart, but he retains knowledge. Just does. And my two daughters as well. Stevie's very smart. Hazel's very smart as well. They all have excellent grades, top percentage of their schools. They get awards and shit. However, as everybody knows, owning a drag racing league requires me to be out of town. So, with that being said, we had Rockingham in November. We had SGMP earlier in the year, and my kids have missed about 14 days of school this school year. Now, my wife, being in the education system, is very tight with all the teachers. She makes sure she reaches out, gets all the schoolwork, packets, all that shit so my kids can do schoolwork when they're on the road, right? The school district had the audacity to send us a fucking letter saying that that they have heightened concerns on our children's attendance, that they have made numerous attempts to reach out to us to address the issue, which is an absolute motherfucking lie. And then on top of that, said that if we don't call them to work on a way to correct the issue, they're going to call Department of Child Services and issue a court date for us to go to court to figure this shit out. Fuck you. Fuck the school district. Suck everybody's everything. Eat a dick. Fuck the school. For real. I mean, that is absolute garbage. Don't fucking threaten me. Go fuck yourself. My kids are super smart. They do everything they're supposed to. We take the initiative to make sure that they are functioning at a high level and learning what they need to. Don't fucking threaten me. Like, don't fucking threaten me. So the school district can go fuck off. And they're a very good school district. However, go fuck yourself. And I will keep saying that. So to that point, what are you going to do about it? Actually, as a matter of fact, I might pull my kids out 2 more weeks out of the school year just to see what you fucking do about it. Just so we can go to court. Just so I can call your dumb ass out in the middle of fucking school. Whoever's superintendent, whoever was in charge of sending those fucking letters out, test me. Fuck you. And what are you going to do?
You're messing with their money.
What are they? What exactly? Yeah, and it's my fucking tax money that pays them anyways, right?
Well, it is, but it's the state and the state government that funds them, and they fund them based off the days of participating students. So when students don't show up for a certain number of days, then that's a certain amount of money that they don't get from the government. So
exactly. I'm sure there's some obvious back end impacts. However, it impedes the learning, and they can't get that time back from the classroom.
Mm-hmm. Well, they can't get the funding from the government. They can't get
Hey,
paid.
you know what? No big deal, because the easy solution of that is homeschooling.
Sure.
Not a big deal at all. We're absolute huge proponents for homeschooling, so we'll probably get that kicked off here sooner than later, or unless I decide to send my kids to a private school, or unless we become sovereigns and tell the United States of America Corporation to go eat a bag of dicks, and I'll figure it all out on my own. You can take your taxes and shove them up your ass. I don't need all your bullshit. I've managed to become where I'm at financially independent on my own. I don't need your shit. What's that laugh about? I love it. You sound like me with the go fuck yourself. Yeah. No, seriously.
What's up,
Mason? What's up, bro? What's up, man? I think you just missed my rant. I came on here, just finished going off on my kid's school district because they can go eat a bag of fucking dicks. Because my kids are smart, they're stupid, and they're not going to fucking threaten me. What can they really do? Just okay. So let's think about this hypothetically. Let's say that they set a court date. Okay, fuck you. I don't show up to the court date. What next? Are they going to send police to my house to pick my children up? Then that turns into a whole lot. Then I'll go down in history as being the guy with the standoff at the house, fucking mowing everybody down, trying to come to my house and take my kids. Like, it won't be good. Like, there would be no good outcome than making any kind of fucking threats to send me to court.
Side, I think that's the legal standpoint that they try to utilize with it.
Yeah. Fucking idle threats.
Not saying it's right, but
no, it isn't right. They can eat shit. I understand. Oh, it was. You missed the whole first 40 minutes.
Yeah, first
Mason.
40.
And normally Tuesday night podcast is not about drag racing, just so you know.
I came ill prepared.
Probably about drags racing away from shit. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, what can they actually do? So let's say I did go to court. What are they going to say? Are they going to schedule somebody to come pick up our children to go to school? I mean, what can they actually do? Frankly, I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah, don't know.
Fuck you, Ford Zumwalt, and the superintendent.
Don't know.
Which happens to be a friend of ours' dad.
Oh, that's good.
Dr. DeBray. He's a superintendent of the Zumwalt School District. I should just fucking call him and be like, dude, what is this bullshit letter that I'm getting? What is this, dude?
Talk
the fuck Justin. Is this? Huh?
Ask Justin. I mean, he'd probably have a better idea of the inside of it than.
Well, he's not in. Yeah. I'm really 100% not worried about it. I was more or less just irritated that they would send me a letter threatening me, saying that they're going to call DFS and schedule a court date if we can't get our kids to school. Well, you know what? I hate to say it, but we are at a different place than I guess 90% of the other students. I have a business. We travel. My kids do their homework on the road. And then one of our other friends got one whose kid was forced to stay home for at least 2 weeks because of COVID, and they got the same letter. Yet on the thing it said COVID, 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 COVID. So I think it might just be a blanket letter that they're sending to everybody. But,
Sure.
Be careful what fluid you're throwing on the fire because it might not be the right fluid. Oil and gas are two totally different things.
True.
All right, that was my rant. So speaking of being a sovereign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how's Tony?
Tony's doing good.
Good.
He's getting closer.
Sweet.
He's educating himself on trusts at the moment. Which is good. And cryptocurrency.
Nice.
I mean, dude pounds knowledge like like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. He does the research. Can't argue that.
Yeah, he does. I went through that with one of my kids. Well, I need to put my glasses on. Shit. Went through one of my kids from missing school due to medical issues. They sent job family services to meet with us. We gave them medical records showing the doctor appointed to. They ended up sending us a letter clearing us, but it really pissed me off to go through all that for being good parents. Like, exactly, Benjamin. I don't have shit to prove to fucking anybody. You don't have shit to prove to fucking anybody. There isn't shit to prove to anybody. Genuinely. There's a shit to prove to anybody. You got to prove no records. Back to racing, please. I know. It's a hodgepodge on Tuesday night, guys.
Yeah, Tuesdays could be anything. Never know.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we just got all of our radio media nailed down for Birmingham.
Sweet.
For Drag Wars. So if you're in the Birmingham area, you'll hear us on 4 of their major radio stations. So that'll be good. So we got that nailed down. Now we just need to finish up Montgomery and Columbus, Georgia. We'll be ready to rock. We'll be all over the fucking place. If that doesn't pound people, wake the farmer up. He's tired. Oh, what's up, Buster, buddy? Buster!
He thinks it's time to hop up in the chair, and it's never time to hop up into the chair with me. So I don't know why this is all of a sudden becoming a thing. Hey, dude, no.
Hey, what radio station do you listen to, Rodney? Just out of curiosity. Radio points. Let me see. I'll tell you where we're at.
There you go, buddy. You stay there.
Let's see. We're going to be doing.
Yeah. Buster thinks he's camera ready. He's a big old lump of cuddle.
Big old lump o' cuddle. All right. So.
Rodney does podcasts. What kind of podcasts you do? Ryan is more a fan of System of a Down than myself.
I do like System of the Down. Yeah, I do like System of the Down. Wake up! Wake up!
Yeah, and I can.
Why can't you just?
But it's just not what I can deal with on a day to day. Oh, okay.
Sobriety. Oh, you do a podcast regarding sobriety? That's good. This is the first year I've been sober since I was like 12. Starting like January 1. I decided this year to be 100% sober. And it's working out just fine. With the exception of the mushrooms I ate at a party a few weeks ago.
Hey.
Oh, my Lord. God, did I fucking ruin it already? Golly. So Let's see. So you listen to all of them, Rodney. Okay, we do 95. We're going to be on 95.7 Jams. We're going to be on 98.7 Kiss, 106.9 Classic Rock, and 104.7 WZZK. So those are the 4 radio stations in Birmingham that we will be on. We'll be pumping quite a few commercials for the 2 weeks heading up to the event. And then as well in Montgomery and Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey and beer. I'm not going to lie. Normally, mushrooms, everybody's doing mushrooms these days. They're microdosing them. There's not a big.
No, they
I
don't.
don't think shrooms count. They don't count. I mean, I just had one stem and a cap. It was no big deal. It was at a party.
Yeah.
And look, and where I were with very respectable people, 2 being lawyers. One was the head of the U.S. rugby team. I mean, these guys are, these guys are all good. But that's awesome, man. Whiskey and beer. Yeah, that's brutal. I just, even stealing whiskey and Jack Daniels from the store when I was 13, 14 years old and going and hiding it out in the woods and then sneaking off in the middle of the night with my friends to drink it. I'm just blessed and grateful that I didn't get stuck with the drinking bug.
Yeah, I never got bit with that one either. I had my times in high school, the semester I went to college, that kind of
I'm
stuff.
a redneck, it fits. Well, then I'm sure you've smoked plenty of weed as well, as Hank Williams would say.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spent a lifetime smoking cannabis, marijuana, Mary Jane, Mota, whatever the fuck you want to call it. However, this year,
forest down. Sure.
Adam's Mota forest down.
Mota forest.
However, this year, 0, not a nilch. I figured this is the year to kind of clean up, get my brain sharp, get everything firing on all cylinders, and because the 80RL is going to need it. It's going to need 110% of what I got, and I can't do it hungover or high. And that's the bottom line.
Ken knows.
Green room. Ken knows the green room. Yeah, it's funny. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I needed a place to live, so I stayed at my great grandma's house. She moved to Georgia, and in the basement was the original early 70s green shag carpet, and we call it the green room. And that's where we'd all hang out and fish. We'd have band practice, and we hang out in the green room and fish bowl and all that shit. Look up Stephen DC, Stephen Shannon DC in the morning. They run.
I was on Stephen DC's show. They had International Tuba Day when they were up here in St. Louis. I was on their show with 2 of the other guys that played tuba in the marching band with me.
Stephen DC. Yep. Does Stephen DC? They run 6 FM stations: 95.953 to Bear and 92.9.
Nice.
Are any of those? Is that in Rockingham? Or, I mean, is that in Birmingham or Montgomery?
They still do a Halloween show every year. They used to do a great Halloween show up here every year. They'd go to a house and do a live broadcast from it.
That's the truth, Ken.
When we going on this when we going on this camping trip?
Let's see. When are we gonna go on this camping trip? I don't know, man.
May 4th, I'm positive, which is awesome.
Yeah. I'm down. I think it's all gonna be fun.
We should get a gang of guys and do an overnight float trip where you float on the river. You do like 2 days of floating.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you camp at a place and then get on the river and then you get brought back to that place. This is you get on the boat and it's a 40-50 mile float trip. You just pull over and camp out anywhere on the river
between Monkey Town and Ghetto Town.
That's one way to describe it.
Well, I tell you, the radio stations there are quite. So we'll be doing for Blue Water was up in
Montgomery,
Birmingham,
no.
no. Blue Water's in Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing WBAM, WGMP, WJWZ, WQKS. And I don't know what the names of those stations are, as a matter of fact. However, that is them let's see. Blue Water Gump Media. Oh, here it is. Let's see. So the Gump. One is the Gump.
Mhm.
All right. The Gump 1049. Then oh wait. Oh, that is one that we're doing.
Mhm.
The Gump 1049.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Not familiar with that one totally. But WBAM. WBAM is a country station. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. That's one we're doing. Then we're doing 97.9 Jams.
Hits on W balls.
W balls. W balls. 97.9 Jams. We'll be doing that one. WJWZ. Then we're also going to be on the Possum 103.9 The Possum.
Don't sleep
You're
on
familiar
us.
with that one? Nope, don't sleep on us. Then we're going to be doing Yo 100.5 Classic Jams on W Balls. That's probably going to be
The jams of the South.
yes, Jams of the South. So that is where we'll be on in Montgomery. So keep an eye out, folks. We'll be blowing up the airwaves. W Balls at the jack off hour. That's funny, dude. Forgot all about that.
Oh man, I haven't heard that in a long time.
That was that on Easy E? Or wasn't that on Easy E on W Balls? I think that was an Easy E album.
Snoop.
Was he? Oh, maybe it was.
I think it was Snoop and the Dog Pound.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you might be right on that.
Pretty positive.
Yeah, I still got my Two Live Crew album cassette tape.
Hell
Two
yeah.
Live Crew, Sir Mix-a-Lot Swass, all that good stuff.
The
So
hits.
back to drag racing, real quick. Yeah, I mean, just to talk about, even though this is the Bet You Didn't Know podcast,
It's all
we might be doing a filler class of, I already said, Bromax drag bikes. That'll be fun. Snoop Dogg. There you go. Anybody on here listening, if you are looking for a new pit bike or Bromax electric pit bike, there's a 250, a 350, a 450, a 750, a 1000, and a 1600.
Yeah.
There's 6 of them. They come in different colors. Let me know if you want one. Go to burromax.com, BURROMAX, burromax.com, and look at what you want, which one you like. Look at the reviews. It's like 4.8 out of like a trillion. So, I mean, they're killer fucking bikes. Lots of reviews on YouTube over them. Let me know which one you want. Shoot me a text message or an email, and I will hook you up. Guaranteed. Can't get them cheaper anywhere else. Don't tell anybody I said that, but it's the truth. You can compare my prices. Compare the prices. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then we're going to set up a tent at the event as well and maybe sell some there. We'll see what's up. But
Yeah, we'll get that worked out.
that's an expense I'm not really worried about. All right. So yeah, I guess the Trump trial is kind of having a reverse effect. I guess you've seen how many real estate companies are selling and getting rid of all their real estate property in New York, selling off all their shit and moving.
Haven't paid attention.
It's the circle of doom for New York as well as California.
That's weird because St. Louis has been described recently as in a death loop from a real estate and property standpoint. But
Really?
Mhm.
I don't know why. I mean, it's not like we don't. I mean, it wouldn't be
It's
hard
sure.
to bring St. Louis back. I know, but
It-
no
it
one's
would.
really made an attempt to try to bring
I
it
mean,
back.
no, they haven't. But at the same time, if you look at it, just drive down 70, and it clearly you can clearly see why St. Louis hasn't come back. I mean, that's the main. It's the main It's the main highway.
Fairway?
through St. Louis.
Thoroughway? Through.
Right.
Through.
It's a major area of traffic, and if that's
I heard
all-
heard you're a major area of traffic, Adam.
sure. Well, it's the back alleys around here, not the major highway, or the Hershey Alley, I guess if you want to call it that. But
Oh, what the fuck?
yeah, no. If you drive down 70, St. Louis looks like shit. There's nothing aesthetically appealing or anything about St. Louis from the perspective that most people, even if they're just traveling through it, would see it from. It's a bad representation. But
Mhm.
I don't like going out there anyway, so I don't care what they do.
You know what, man? Possum and Jam is owned by same guys.
Yep.
Corporation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
That's how it ends up happening with all these radio stations. It's a corporation that owns a majority of them and has a holding of it. So not uncommon, unfortunately. But from a
Nope.
from a marketing perspective, it is a bit more effective because then instead of dealing with 6 different people, you're dealing with just one, but still getting it across 6 different channels. So it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Water said that they all the channels they own, they're like the top performing. That was the same with Claire. And she's with, who is Claire with? Claire is out of
Can you remember?
Summit
one in
Media
Birmingham.
Corp. Summit Media Corp. They own all the big radio stations up there.
Like I said,
BAM,
really be
AL
great for
radio.
them. You wouldn't catch too many of them coming out saying we're the worst reviewed or worst listened to.
Well, there's an official list of radio stations and their reach and their frequency,
right?
Or their reach and the ratings. Yeah, so that's kind of what it's based on. So that's what they sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I get it. But it was cool to have John hop on, man. Kicked everybody's ass down in Ferris, Texas. Good for you, John. Yeah. Good for you, brother. We'll see you in Birmingham. Anybody else? Hey, remember, guys, I don't have everybody's name. I don't have everybody's email. I don't have everybody's phone number. So I know you don't know who I don't know. However, it's probably just best practice that if you do know somebody with a Pro Nitrous car, a Pro Extreme car, or an Extreme Dragster, let them know. Get them out there. I don't give a shit if they live in Maine or if they live in Oregon. Let's get as many cars out here as possible. I'm doing everything I can to get as many spectators out there for all the competitors. So I want you guys racing in front of people. That's the goal. And we're going to do it like no other. And we're going to be relentless about it. So bringing it back the old school ADRL way, but with the new school twist. Because now you got Dr. Fears and Prince Adam and Mom and Danny. That's right. And Riley's going to be there helping out in Montgomery this year. So
yeah, chances are we won't have Danny with us in this one, which I understand completely for why he not able to make it. I'm not going to fault him for that at all. But
no, he's a master.
Him there.
He's a master cabinet maker, so he's
his skills are needed.
Yeah, his skills are needed, man. There's people building some big, huge, awesome, expensive things, and they need him. They do need him. So, did I Sean? That sucks, kinda. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
Yep, I've heard of that happening to a few different people as well, Rodney.
What's that?
Rodney said too many guys went to NHRA and the rules fucked them over. They didn't have the correct funds and sponsor.
The rules fucked them over. They didn't have the correct funds and sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, and I kind of where
I mean, is that? And I guess that's just the price. You're speaking of the price to pay to be in the country club.
Sure.
And people don't realize what it actually costs to be a part of the NHRA. You literally got to be a Jason Scruggs baseline.
Yeah, you have to have that kind of funding. And then, like
or Scott Tidwell, Scruggs, Sullivan. It's those kind of cats.
Yeah, it's a far and few between unless you have just that ultimate sponsor funding or something like that to where they're paying for it to happen. But like Rodney said as well, the rules are another thing. They're constantly changing, constantly this, that for fairness, and that's where I'm enjoying the ADRL side of things, just because it's just make it simple.
Well, come on, Ben. Do you have a dragster? I mean, and they're not running super fast. I mean, what do we have? We had Toby run 370s or 380s.
Yeah, I think
something like that.
37, 38. That's pretty standard.
And as the class continues to get traction, I'm sure they'll get faster and faster and faster, Well, then come on and bring it, man. Come on already. Dude, would love to have you out, man. For real. That's your local track. We'd love to have you out. We need as many cars as possible, 16 per field. And we're going to get the spectators out there for you guys. So nothing better than getting out there as a spectator sport, as a entertainment, motorsports entertainment, and to be running in front of people. So I'm going to keep promoting it. Adam, I still need to make my video.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, I talked to John Sullivan, altered John Sullivan, dragster John Sullivan.
Yeah, Patriot.
The Montgomery race. Man, see,
Third
gotta
and
get
fourth.
this. May 3rd and May 4th. May the 4th be with us. And we're going to have a Star Wars themed costume contest. I'm going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. Adam, you're going to be
R2D2.
R2D2. So we're going to make it fun, man. We're going to have a Star Wars themed costume contest. I don't give a shit if I'm the only one out there looking like I'm going to Comic-Con. However, it's going to be a good time. So May 3rd, May 4th. So sweet. So May 2nd, we're actually Thursday, May 2nd. We'll do racer. We'll start parking racers, get them on the property. Gates close at 8 a.m. on Friday morning. Gates open back up. We'll bring in the racers. We're going to start testing at 10 a.m. on Friday. We'll do private test and tune on Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Do a racers meeting at 4:30. We'll start running some qualifying rounds. Close the gates probably around 9 or 10 or so. Kind of get everything going again. Saturday morning, spectator gates open at 10. We'll probably, spectator gates open at 10. We'll start doing more qualifying rounds at 10 a.m. And then we'll run on Friday and hopefully be done by 9. So it's going to be a good time. But yes, tell your friends, tell your family. It's free for everybody to get in. It is $25 to park. However, it doesn't matter if you're on a 47-person coach or a
motorcycle to motor coach.
Yeah, or I put it bust a bug. I don't care if you're in a circus and you pack 100 people in a Volkswagen. You know, it's all good.
Yes, we
the
found
hotel
that
suck
out.
in that area.
Well, we went on an adventure for that one.
No shit. And I think my mom was going crazy at that point. She was trying to plan the we are the only sports venue that's capable of bringing 45,000 fans per day. That's exactly right, dude. And we did it. We actually did 50,000 a day at Gateway about 7 years ago. But yeah, the hotels, holy shit, that was what, about a 2-week process, Adam, to try to figure out where in the fuck we were going.
It was an ordeal.
But we got to figure it out. Even though I don't remember. I think Holiday Inn Express, I think, is where we decided to go. Wait, was that right?
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I'll find out. Well, I'll plug it into a GPS when we get closer to down there.
That's right. That's right. Bring a camper. It's $100 all weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's trackside. There's only 30 spots available.
Less than that.
Oh, yeah, there's less than 30 now. Yeah. So, yeah, people are buying spots.
Yeah, and you can buy your individual day parking pass. I mean, I know, a lot of people probably don't feel that there's a need to, but I can assure you that having your parking already paid for and them just being able to scan the QR code when you get up to the gate is going to make it a whole lot faster. So hopefully a lot of people follow that same idea and we can have a nice smooth process at the gate getting in and get people parked and up to the racing.
That is correct. We agree.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I think that wraps this one up pretty much.
Coach motorcycle got to be close to the starting line like Rockingham. Hell yeah. For sure. Stay in Prattville, which is 12 miles away. Much better. Monkeys and ragheads around Montgomery. They disconnected. Seeing hotels at Montgomery. Like that. Oh, fuck. Man.
Wild, I love it.
Oh my lord. It's a free for all up in here. You know what? Prattville.
Tuesday.
Did we look up Prattville?
No.
No.
So.
Okay. My email address is ryon@adrltour.com, Ben. Ryan at adrltour.com. All right. So Prattville. Yeah, we should have looked into Prattville. I looked at a few other places. I even considered getting a place like an Airbnb up on a lake up there.
Mm-hmm.
What lake was that?
I don't know. It would have been great. Like I said, it would have been an awesome place if we were going down there for a ADRL team building weekend or whatever the hell, anything else. But Bruce is here. What's up, Bruce?
Bruce is in here?
Yeah.
Bruce.
What's going on, brother?
What's good, Bruce? Glad to have you on here, man. Yeah, it's outlaw shit, right? It's a Wild Wild West.
That's right. Hey, Bruce, I was talking to Ryan about even having you on Thursday for 5-10 minutes or something like that to talk about the wager you're putting down for Montgomery. Try to see if we can
Yeah.
get guys to add to the pot and everything as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we appreciate you doing that, brother. So yeah, we've talked about that and we'll keep adding to that. I like that idea.
Yeah. Anything to
hey,
add for excitement.
So I was talking to John Sullivan and I told him we were going to do the podcast Thursday night. We're going to do the podcast at his shop.
Right.
He's also going to have Dan Lucas's dragster there as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they'll have the Patriot and Dan Lucas's dragster there. For those of you guys that don't know, Dan Lucas has been drag racing for like 55 years, 60 years or something. He's like the oldest NHRA licensed dragster driver. He's like in his late 80s, mid 80s. Oh man, super nice. And built like a brick shit house.
Will do, Bruce. I'll get in touch with you here and nail down everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, if we can get John and Dan, that'd be cool. I got the extra microphones. We can make it happen.
Yeah, I'm going to fly like an eagle into the future.
To the sea.
For those of you that don't know.
Let my spirit carry me.
Yep. That's right. That is right. Let's see.
We looking up?
I was trying to find something here, but because I can't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But because I can't. Dan Lucas. Old Dan Lucas.
Are you checking his timeline?
Yeah, I was trying to find it. And if anybody, has been racing since I was a kid, dude. He's been racing since your parents were probably kids, dude. Just saying. Stars. We don't really care about stars so much on this podcast, but we're always open for them. We've been getting a lot of stars on our other podcasts, so why not here as well? Help support the ADRL, and we'll take all the support we can get, man, because we love our ADRL Nation, and we're going to keep on moving and grooving, folks. Going to keep on moving and grooving. Adam, why don't you pull out some of those stickers you got, my man? Let's see what you got. Adam's got some new stickers. We're going to have these at Montgomery at Drag Wars.
A small sample of the ones that we got going right now. We got the old.
I love that. A little close. Bring it back. There you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Good color there. Love it. That's kind of sheeny. It's kind of sheeny. I like that.
According to Wikipedia, Bruce, late 50s is when Dan started racing back in high school. Another old ADRL.
I love it. Monument. ADRL Monument logo. Oh, there we go. The ADRL
engine
blower motor. We would use nitrous, but that doesn't look as cool.
No, it doesn't.
No, just saying.
And then the newest edition.
There we go. ADRL Monument logo with a screaming American Eagle on top. Bam, bang. Yeah, love it. Great job, Prince Adam.
So yeah, we'll have that. We'll have a Drag Wars sticker that'll be in limited capacity. So if that's one that you're interested in, definitely stop by the booth to be one of the few that get a handful on the 100 that we've got of those.
Damn, Ben. Dude, your dragster is bitching. Whoa. See, okay. All right. Dude, you've got to bring it, man. You've got to bring it. That, I think, is... Am I allowed to talk about the motor? Or is that a secret, Ben? What are your thoughts? Should I keep it a secret till you get to the track? Because I've never seen... That gets me super excited, bro.
Well,
not like that. That's fucking weird. I don't want to mean it like that. But I will say that Ben just sent me pictures of his badass dragster, and it is the first blower. Let me read. turbo. It is the first turbo motor. I didn't mean to say blower. Sorry, dude. Didn't try to
Do a share
fuck that
screen.
up. It is the first turbo motor dragster I've ever seen. That is fucking dope.
You able to
And
share the image?
he's about launching it into the fucking stratosphere. Yeah, let me try here.
Just go down
What's
to percent.
Present a stream this here, send a free, go down to present. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Share screen.
Twin turbo Hemi engine built by Carl Stevens at Extreme Racing Engines.
Can you see that?
No, it hasn't popped up as an option for me to put onto the screen yet.
Select a tab. Oh, there we go.
Here it comes.
Can you see that?
Yeah, it's coming up now.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And 382. All right. Look at the turbos, bro.
Yeah, it's different.
Hell yeah. Look, now I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows what Todd Moyer ran that 348 or that 348 at the US Street Nationals. It was a turbo car.
Mhm.
So turbos are badass. Now I'm sure, but look, it's no different than going to the starting line with any other vehicle and revving it up,
Sure.
right? And with your trans brake and and nailing it. So I'm sure he's got to get the turbo spooled up on that bad boy and get it rocking. So is that a turbo Hemi? A 521 turbo Hemi? Absolutely sick, Ben. I mean, that is so sick. And we were just talking about that the other day, Adam. Where are all of the turbo Pro Extreme cars? You get screw blowers, some roots blowers, and you get Pro Nitrous.
Yeah.
Where in the hell are the turbos? I have a feeling that if anybody's bringing turbos, there's going to be some hell unleashed. And I'm just saying, this is Pro Extreme. No. It is different. Turbos are different. I will have to say, Nick, I'm not scientifically educated to tell you why, but I will tell you that turbos put out a lot more horsepower. Well, I don't know. Screw blowers put out a lot of horsepower.
I think it's all you can have any combination. It's just all knowing exactly what you're doing with it, knowing how to use it, and making it work. I think that's just my take on it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Turbos produce more power. And I wasn't sure, but I was just double checking. Turbo and Pro Chargers went small tire. Most of them did. Turbo works from exhaust. I understand. But remember, the exhaust pushes the turbo forces through the induction. So it's just the faster the turbo's going, the more force you get into the engine, the more exhaust and the turbo into the engine. I mean, you know how it works, Nick. However, I believe that turbos make more power than blowers or nitrous motors. Just saying. I could be wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong or tell me I'm right. I don't know.
We'll have to bookmark this one for Thursday and really let some people weigh in.
Yes. I agree. Turbos work. Yes, I know. From exhaust. So that was pretty cool, man. Thank you for sharing that, Ben. That was super awesome. So you are going to be there? Is that what I'm hearing? Or
he was going to
was
be
there
at
something else?
Rockingham. He was going to be at Rockingham because it was geographically closer to him.
I thought he was saying Birmingham. Yeah. I missed the Rockingham part. My bad.
Okay, I still believe in Santa. Oh man.
Hey,
gotta believe in something.
I guess the proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding. Right now, the Outlaw Pro mods are pretty much tied for ETs, and it's between a screw blower and a turbo setup, and that's between Frankie Taylor and Todd Moyer and Scruggs.
Yeah.
Yes, screws are different than roots. Yes, I know. That I know. Screw
Roots
blowers are way more efficient. Yes, they're way better. I know. Yes. Damn it, I get up on my glasses back on. Seems to me
turbo have a hard time getting off the starting line. That's just me. Blower car does longer burnouts. Pro Charger is better on the top end. Yeah, I think it just comes down to, and I know zero or very little about this, but from what I've picked up, it's that you got to get that turbo spinning and that turbo up.
Yeah,
to
you got to
speed
get the
before it
turbo
actually
spooled
kicks
up.
in, so you don't get that boost off
Right.
the line. You get that boost, after 60 feet.
And blower cars are instantaneous.
Sure. Right.
It's instant power. Look, I've got a 70 Cutlass out in the garage with a blown 454, which I recently just found out, Prince Adam. I thought I had a 1972 454 out of a truck.
Okay.
Which I do. However, I thought the heads were 454 heads. Come to find out, I looked them up and they are actually 1969 LZ1 aluminum 427 heads out of a very rare. I looked up the casting number. They're a very rare Camaro and Corvette set of heads. They're aluminum from the Winters Foundry. Winters Foundry.
Winters Foundry, yeah.
Yeah, which was, a foundry that made,
of course.
They're called snowflake heads, but they're 427.
Right. You're acting like we don't know this
stuff. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But I thought there were 454 heads, and I've been trying to buy plugs for them. Look, and anyways, I'm retarded, but I'm learning, okay?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
However, so I had to do all kinds of cross-referencing and look in the original manual. So I had to take the valve covers off and the girdles and everything. But anyways, I found the casting number finally and looked it up, and there's 69 LZ1 427 heads, snowflakes and unicorns. But apparently they're super badass heads for the time, and they're super rare and they're worth a whole shitload of money. However, I finally figured out what spark plugs I need for them, so it was good. I actually had to call NGK and find out, or NKG, and find out what plugs I needed. So NGK, and that was a fun little experiment. So I'm excited to get those in. They're not fucking cheap. They're almost $10 a piece.
Yeah.
Punch me in the face. However, it should be running a whole lot faster. And that motor is a screw blower. I mean, a roots blower. It's not a screw blower. So, I am a little familiar with the roots blowers versus the screw blowers.
I am not. I'm more familiar with the leaf blower.
The leaf.
I don't know shit about cars.
Oh shit! So I'm excited to get those new plugs in and see how they work. Is it true? Rock Auto? Yeah. Well, I use my friend's business account through O'Reilly's, and I was able to get them about as cheap as I could. However, for anybody that runs a screw or roots blower, is it true that because there's so much pressure coming through the cylinder heads that you should close the gap on your gapping on your plugs? Like, I think they come at like 36 thousandths. I was told to go down to like 26 thousandths because of the amount of air that goes through there. I don't know if that's true or not. Also, I was told to go with a cooler plug to try to dissipate heat instead of a hotter plug. So I went with the cooler plug. So I've been going down a rabbit hole with all this shit. I feel like there's a lot of guys in here that are familiar with drag racing and spark plugs and blowers and shit. So I went with the Iridium. Iridium plugs. So we'll see how they work out. I'll let everybody know. Keep everybody posted.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be a good time. All right. Yes, that is correct. All right, sweet. So I will narrow it. I'll take it down to 26 thousandths. I went with a cooler plug. I think I went with a 7, which is what they recommend. And so we'll see how that Iridium plug works.
I trust James. He's got a pretty nice dragster.
Yeah, for sure. So everybody, tell your people. Tell your peeps, bring them out. Tell all your friends, your family. Again, it's $25 per busload. $25 for a busload of people. It's a great deal.
I haven't seen Jagger register
Where's
yet.
Jagger? I know.
Call out from last week. Hey, there's Dan the man right now.
There's Dan. Yay. How's it going, Dan? Looking forward to seeing you in Montgomery, brother. Here, will you throw that? Will you throw that back up? Let's see. Yeah. Yes, the cylinder pressure is so high the spark will not jump the gap. We run 17 on NGKs. Otherwise, you'll blow out plug wires. 17. Wow. Okay. Maybe I should find the happy medium and go to between 26 and 17. Maybe I'll go to like 24, 25. I'm not running that much boost.
Be looking like
I don't know what my pulley is per se, but Jagger Naves
got the call out from John Sullivan last week. So
yeah, right.
Man, he got the gauntlet thrown down.
Now, isn't Jagger though on the East Coast? Is Jagger? Are you on the East Coast somewhere? Like
I thought it was Florida.
Is he Florida?
I feel like Florida, but I'm going by just memory on it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, I'm going to start
positive.
Send messages to all your spectators and racers. Let's get them all out. Well, your car, is it street cruise? Okay. So that's a good point. So my car is so I don't race it. I don't take it to the track. It's a weekend cruiser. However, I'm going to take it to Chris Duncan Race Cars and have him set it up for me, probably between a 470 and a 50 class, just for the hell of it. We run NHRA Max Overdrive. Okay. But mine's more of a weekend cruiser, but I do like to lay into it as hard as I can every once in a while, because why would you have 17-inch tires with the blown 454 if you weren't going
to go slow,
have some fun in it? Right. Exactly. So what fuel do I run? So honestly, I run 93 octane and I use Royal Purple octane boost, which gives me another 3 points or something like that. So nothing too crazy. Maybe I should go to E85, but I'm worried about that eating out all of the gaskets and the fuel lines and shit. I don't really know if that's a good idea. Any other ideas? I mean, I'm kind of new at this. I'm not gonna lie. I've never really had the luxury of
talk to Toby, see if he's got something he'd recommend.
Yeah. Because then I gotta fuck with the timing and stuff too, right? So your fuel determines your timing based on how much you have it retarded or advanced. Your fuel based on your fuel because of the ignition. So I think depending on what octane you're running, you want to adjust your timing, which I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and the cam. Well, it's a pretty lopey cam. The problem is I didn't get a whole lot of information about the motor when I bought it, but it is a Pro Street. It's a Pro Street setup. So, but an older Pro Street setup, as you could tell, a 1972 454 pickup truck motor and a 69 LZ1 L88 per se 427 aluminum heads with a 2000 B&M 420 mega blower. Oh, I know for sure. For sure. They just don't turn all the way up unless the track and air pressure, water grains. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and a lot of them are running screw blowers. I got a Roots blower in mine. Cam 2 race fuel. Okay. I mean, is it okay to bump up the race fuel a little bit? Like, even if I wanted to buck up just for the hell, I guess there's really no purpose if I'm just running it around the streets. I don't need to put race fuel in it if I'm taking the kids to go get ice cream, a handful of miles, or I'm going down to a car show just to go hang out and shit. Guess that doesn't all really matter.
Yeah, time and place for it.
But I can tell you this, the fuel you get at the gas station, Carter, what's good, bro?
I'm doing up so late.
Yay, no kidding. They get a half day tomorrow, I'm sure. But the gasoline from the fuel station totally blows. That's why I also put Royal Purple in the fuel just to make sure it doesn't gum up. You know, I mean, the gas just overall sucks that you get at the gas station. Um, so I'm actually getting ready to tear these Edelbrock double pumpers down, take them off and clean them up and put some new gaskets in them and shit. Last time I looked at the heads, I mean, I took the valve covers off and looked at them. I don't really know how far you're talking about. I didn't take the heads off per se, but I did take them off. I looked at the girdles. Everything looks cool and oiled up.
Did you see this, Ryan? After the rant you had earlier,
You went homeschooled. Good for you, Carter. Man, I'm so happy for you, brother. You're going to get smarter faster than you can even imagine, dude. And that's great because then you can get your curriculum from your school district. You could travel or wherever you get your curriculum from. You could travel, do your schoolwork, get good grades, turn it in, do
And
everything
with all that
online.
extra bullshit.
And you're getting plenty of socialism. No, I'm just kidding. You've got plenty of time to interact with other kids and people because you race. So that's good, man. Good for you, Carter. Love to hear that.
Should be a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. I'd worry about detonation with low octane. I might even hear it. So it was 93 Royal Purple, pumps it up to about 96. Is that considered low octane? I feel like it's high octane. You might not. I don't know.
Oh, the complexities of the Cutlass.
Oh, I love that Cutlass, though. It's so good. Just had the whole back end rebuilt by Bickle and Beelman Fabrication. They worked together to do my back half on the old Cutlass. I just need to take it to
two groups of guys to work on your back end.
But when they know what they're doing, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what you pay for.
There's probably a lot of specs of what you should run with those heads. I wouldn't go too extreme lengths. Plus, depends on your rings and the motor. You can go up on octane. True. Well, it's running a little rich right now, so I'm going to tear those carbs down. I think the jets are a little carbed up, which is making it run rich. I'll see if these plugs make any difference at all, but just normal street rod, small world issues.
Oh yeah,
110 octane would be just fine. In the pipes.
Fire in the pipes.
Yeah, just throw some race fuel in there. Burn out my eyeballs. Fucking kill myself driving that thing down the road. I'm actually going to get side pipes put on it because that'd be fun. Be conservative. Don't make your learning curve on one you can't learn as you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Because regular school told me I couldn't go racing, so I went homeschool and I can fit school in my schedule. That is absolutely hilarious that you're saying that, Carter, because that was the whole premise of about a 20-minute clip during the podcast. Let Sullivan tune in, drive it.
Not a bad idea.
No, for sure. Yeah, I'm actually going to take it to Chris and Amanda, Chris Hoover and Amanda Duncan, or Chris Duncan and Amanda Hoover. Take it up there to their shop and have them go through the chassis and make sure everything's good to go. Maybe get it certified. I don't know at what speed you have to get chassis certified. However, get the chassis all done, have the motor gone through. Then I might just get a pickup truck and a small box trailer and drag it around to the events for me. And even if I'm the only one there, I'll make my own passes down the fucking track in between qualifying rounds. Why? Because I want to. And it would be fun. And it would be a great opportunity for me to practice.
All right, Bruce. Take care. We'll catch you on Thursday.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, hey, we've been at it 40 minutes longer than we normally do. So it's a good podcast. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, as long as it keeps going. Like I said, I've said it before. I don't care how long or how short the podcasts go. It's just a matter of good content. So as long as the good content's going and things are flowing, no need to really stop it. So
that's right.
I'm all
All
for
right.
it. But I made the mistake of going with the in-ear headphones since I didn't wear a hat this time. And as you can tell by them now
Oh, so
dangling outside of my ears, it's
your ear holes are being raped at the moment.
on fire. Just on.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
what do you-
that's too bad.
yeah, they're so great though.
Yeah, I feel bad for your ear holes.
Yeah, it happens. It was my choice. I could have thrown on a hat, but
Yeah, that's true.
figured to give
All right.
give them the hair once every now and again, just so people know I've got it.
Yeah, Will's got a really cool car, man. I love it. Turbo powered, baby. He sent us a little video. I'm gonna have to forward it to you so you can see it. That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah,
I don't know. It looks like it's a Hemi
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said what?
with
521?
turbos on each side. Dude, it is crazy looking. It's super cool looking. How can I? How can I?
Maybe we'll
Is there a way?
figure out. If you send it to me, I can try to integrate it in on Thursday or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be able to get it added in currently, but all the same.
That's all good. All right, man. All right, everybody. Well, have a good night. Thanks for joining in to another episode of Bet You Didn't Know. I'm Dr. Fears.
I'm Prince Adam.
And we will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace and chicken grease.
Bulls on parade.
Peace and chicken grease.